doing okay?
Yeah, I'm well.
How's this thing looking?
It's looking brilliant.
All right, good. All right, let's take a good look at it and everything. All right, so with everything said, the pathology came back.
Can we put the camera on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Film?
Yeah.
Because there's 12,500 people.
People watching this thing?
That want to thank you, and
awesome.
There's lots of breaking hearts because they all want to know if you're married.
That's so funny.
And there's a lot of comments about how well your pants fit and how amazing you are and how it's finally someone that knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate it.
So yeah, so I just,
So with all of it said, the pathology, we got all the capsule out, which is good. That's the first thing we wanted, okay? There was no cancer or anything weird inside of it, okay?
Oh,
anytime someone takes anything out of your body, you got to ask them, make sure they look at it under a microscope, okay?
Yeah.
Because back in the old days, we missed a lot of cancers and people ended up dying in the future, and it's just bad news.
Yeah, okay.
And sometimes doctors forget, so that's what.
Yeah,
okay. All right, let's take a good look at this thing.
Okay, so
right. How bad is your pain? Are you doing okay with pain?
I'm kind of maybe taking them every kind of 4, maybe 5 hours rather than 6.
Okay.
Because Dr. Gilmore just said you don't need to be in pain. Just
I'll take it.
Pain.
Are you getting constipated though?
No.
Good. That's all I need to know.
No, not at all.
You can go and take it. So with everything said, these stitches here, are they catching at all?
No.
Sometimes they catch on the dressing.
They did a little bit. So you're going to explain to Wink how to remove them or something?
Yeah.
Dr. Gilmore's maybe going to hook up live to see if they need to come out or something. But it look, you can't even see the line.
That's what we wanted.
It's amazing.
Okay, so I'm not too concerned about it being open right here, okay? It's actually nice that's there. Because what's going to happen, so right at the middle, there's a really small opening, okay?
Okay.
And that's okay though, okay? What you're going to really be looking out for, the stuff that's going to come out, it's going to come out, okay? And I like that. Because at least it will make sure that, because you know, it was an infected wound. And anytime you close an infected wound, you have a really high percentage chance of it getting infected, okay? The fact that it's open like this, it's good, okay?
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because if it does get infected, it's going to drain out, okay?
Okay.
So ideally, what I would do is, I'm going to give you my phone number also.
Okay.
So that maybe you can FaceTime me or something, or we can...
I promise I won't pass it out to...
Oh, that's funny. 12,000 people. Yes, please
You're
don't do
not
that.
getting the phone number, okay? You heard it here now, the promise.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's so
I get
funny.
the phone number though.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So what I want you to do is I want you to FaceTime me and just show me this, okay? As long as it's clear stuff coming out of that, it's okay. All right? Okay. What we don't want is obviously infected stuff, okay? With all of it said, I'm probably going to tell you to wait, all right? Meaning I wouldn't just take it out. Normal wounds, we usually take out in 10 to 14 days, the sutures. I would probably wait on yours, okay? Yeah. So I'd probably wait up to 3 weeks to 21 days.
Do you have to be careful that the stitches, the knots don't grow in? So sometimes they can get...
Yeah. So, yes. So ultimately, that's very good. He's a smart man.
Yeah.
So ultimately what you're going to be doing, and I'm going to show you this, okay? I'm going to send you home with this. So the easiest way to cut this thing out is just cutting this end.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
Give it a stick. And then those will just pull right out.
And then you just grab hold of the bit where the,
the big
knot is.
Yeah. So in this you have a grabber and a scissor. Pick it up. Cut.
And then do they different scissors with it? Someone said something about scissors with a little hook on the end or something.
Well, no,
it's just normal.
Some people have those hook ones, but just don't stab her, and you'll be okay.
Okay, I'll try not to.
Just stab me.
Depends how much it's been annoying me.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Hurt me first, and then it won't hurt.
Exactly. No, but it'll be fine though, and this looks perfectly okay. So the question I have for you is, how many antibiotics do you have left?
Oh,
they're in your bag.
I've got it all in the bag there.
I'm gonna probably want to give you 2-week dosing.
Right, I've got 2 weeks of one. Actually, I don't know why I'm worrying about my bra. I think everybody across the world has seen me in my bra now.
Yeah.
YouTube keeps censoring it and saying it's adult content. Maybe because there's this awful wound that actually looks a bit like a breast. Because it's a hole and a dark thing. And then,
not that bad.
Makes, you know what I mean? Well, before, not now. So this is my pain.
Okay, so this
everyone's worried I'm going to get addicted. I've told them that's not a chance of that.
That's
so I've got
36. So you have
28
3 days
of
of this.
That was 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, this was. Okay.
But I don't know whether to.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna.
I'd like to go back with whatever you think I might need.
Is your urine orange?
Ish a bit, not much.
Because of this. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you know that. So I'm gonna. You definitely need more of these. Here, let me put this dressing on you first.
Okay. Cool. The Dr. Patel dressing is now occurring. They're all literally going to be jumping up and down watching this. In fact,
we have been changing it every day.
Everybody's just like,
I like that idea.
Yeah. Dr. Gilmore changed the first one.
You can shower like normal.
I have been just
good.
putting normal,
little soap
water on it. But we did catch.
You can never find the end
one of the.
No, it's like the hardest thing.
Stitches with the drying the thing.
I'm trying to do it
with rubber gloves.
With rubber gloves.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, she's like,
trying to get the tape still. There you go.
Alright, we got it.
He's trying to get the end of the tape.
I had to get the tape off.
Oh right, okay. So yeah, that was funny. So what I'd like to ask you, because everyone's like,
yes, ma'am.
I cannot believe after 74 days we didn't even get to see the surgeon. And I was like, nobody objected except the hospital. So we've got these pictures, the chunks that you sent. But I wondered if you could explain what you did. Just talk us through what you actually took out.
So ideally what I do is I try to stay out of the capsule. Okay, so the good thing with you is you already had it IND'd, or you already had it incised and drained.
Yeah.
Okay? So what I did is I just took a hemostat and I put it inside there to try to see where the wall is. And ultimately what I do is I always take a little bit of skin, because once that mass comes out, if I don't take a little bit of skin, it'll end up being a weird looking dog ear. And or a little flabby piece of tissue back there. Yeah. No, it doesn't look nice.
Not attractive.
So ultimately what I do is I make a little elliptical incision around the skin of where that opening was.
Like a little eye. It looked like a little...
Correct. So yours, easiest way to kind of
diagrams
do this.
as well, look at this.
So this was the opening you had, and then the actual thing was like this, okay?
Yeah.
So what I did is I made an incision like this, and ultimately I lifted up the skin and I dissected underneath the skin, because I didn't want to take too much skin. I want to make sure it closes, right?
Yeah.
So I lift up and then I dissected underneath the skin with a bovicautery, which is an electrical device. And so I lift up, and then once that happens, I create flaps.
Okay.
Once I get those flaps, I can now find the edge of the capsule. And I found that with putting that hemostat through it, and then I could feel it. Okay, it's right here. So then I will run nicely, carefully, taking out the capsule, and then we just circumferentially dissect it free, pull it off the muscle, and it's gone.
Right. So were there any other pockets of pus in any...
Nope.
Nothing.
That's the only one you had there. And so then what I did is I took 2O Vicryl. Well, no, but we did the nylon, because ultimately what happened when I had to save so much skin. Ultimately, I didn't have enough subcutaneous fatty tissue that I could close underneath.
Does that mean I'm slim and beautiful?
Yeah.
No, not enough fat.
Exactly.
Not enough back fat. Just like that noted.
You don't got enough back fat. Exactly. So with all of it said is that when we close this thing, I had to do it with these nylons. So the nylons, what it does is I go in. So if this is the hole, I go in deep over here, and I take a big bite, going all the way to the bottom of the wound.
Right.
Then I grab it, and then I go the deep bottom, pull it out. Then on the other one, I go superficial. Now we're going really close to the skin.
Yeah.
And go close to the skin, and I tie it.
Right.
And ultimately what that does, it closes the deep layer, and it closes the top layer.
Right.
So then it closes everything.
So it's all nice.
And what was the thing you said you wanted to do originally, but you couldn't because it was...
Originally I wanted to do, remember, because you guys were going to leave, I didn't want to put sutures that had to be taken out.
Right.
So ultimately I wanted to do was the absorbable sutures. So what those are, so I use Vicryl, that's going to be the one I use for the deep layer.
Yeah. And
that absorbs in usually about 2 to 4 weeks-ish. And then the monocryl, which is on the top layer, that one dissolves pretty quickly. That usually dissolves in about a week to 2 weeks. And that's the one that we close the skin with. And ultimately what happens this way, you don't have to take any sutures out.
Yeah.
It just heals on its own. Your body eats up the sutures.
Right.
So that would have been the ideal way. But the reason why I couldn't do that is because she didn't have enough back fat.
Right. And so...
Too slim and beautiful.
So when I said about the knots and stuff, what happens if the knots do get
skin
growing around them?
So what you want to do, if the knots get skin growing on it, just pull on it. Pull it up.
Just pull it. The skin off it.
No,
just pull the knot and it will...
Just grab the actual string and lift it up.
Okay.
Anything that's not braided, your skin doesn't grow into it.
Okay.
So it's plastic, these nylon sutures. So the skin's not going to grow into it.
Right.
So it should technically not be adhered to it.
Okay.
It could grow over it, or a scab could form over it. That's really it. But the easiest way is, like I told you, to cut it on the bottom edge.
Just cut the bottom ones that have
that's the easiest way.
And then just...
Exactly.
And
pull
it just
from the top.
goes all through.
Yeah. It's going to feel a little weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt though. It doesn't hurt that
It doesn't hurt.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
That's cool.
Just a weird feeling that you'll get. That's
I've
really
got
it.
a dressing on, so I could
Yeah.
put my top on.
Yep, you're good to go. So
Excellent.
ideally, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you. I need to count these pills.
Not enough back fat.
No one ever told you that, right?
No, I've never really looked at counting back fat, but do you know what I mean? I've put on loads of weight because I've put on about, I don't know, 17 pounds over the summer with not being able to move and feeling sick.
And eating loads of chocolate and trifles.
Yeah. Yeah, it's totally off piece.
All right, good back of exercise.
You got. No, do you need more pain pills?
What do you think? I mean, I have.
How many are you taking a day?
I didn't take.
3?
I don't know, 2 or 3. I didn't take any the first day because I guess
you
I was
got 5
still
days
souped
worth.
up. Is that? Do you think that's good?
Good enough. You shouldn't hurt by then. So, but you do need more of this, okay?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3 days worth.
So I think actually there were only 29 in that one. There weren't 30.
3. This one you have a lot. Because I want it for at least 1 more week. So
okay.
I need to give you 4 more days of this stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
All right then. So yeah, so many people have just wanted to thank you for
awesome.
helping me out and for dropping everything and working out with Dr. Gilmore.
My parents told me, when people are in need, you got to help them out.
Well,
and
yeah.
So that's the way we work.
So. But no, that's good. So I just wanted to, on behalf of 12,500 people who are now your raving fans, half of them want to move here so that you can be their doctor and their surgeon.
Yeah.
I just like to thank you so much because
you're mighty welcome.
Without you coming to the gate as well through Dr. Gilmore, it wouldn't have happened, and I would still be at home. He'd still be packing.
I'll be sticking with this thing.
And,
No, I'm glad you got this taken care of, and it's a shame that happened.
But
I'm glad you're doing well.
All things happen for a reason, and it's
true.
for 12,500 people who are caring, nurturing, positive, kind spirits, and loads of people are at home with various illnesses and and just maybe anxious or depressed, are kind of so enlightened by the positivity and the coming together of everybody, and that in 3 hours Dr. Gilmore was like, get on a plane
they
and come
awesome.
over. It's it's
those
just
two are
amazing.
awesome. They're amazing people.
Absolutely.
I really like them.
Incredible. And you're in that fold too.
Yeah.
So,
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So
making me blush. I turn purple.
You turn purple. There. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
So let me write down my cell phone for you, and then
do not film the cell phone.
I'll give you my email address too. Okay.
So I won't pass that on either. You'll never get any sleep.
That's fine.
I'm just got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages that I still haven't managed to even read yet.
So do you have iPhone?
Yeah.
So we can FaceTime.
Yeah.
Over the Wi-Fi.
FaceTime. Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
perfect. Great.
Yeah,
That'll be
we can do
fantastic.
that. Yeah.
All right, so that's what we'll do, okay?
Yeah.
So when you're ready to take this out, we're not going to wait. So there's 2 things you're going to be looking for, okay?
Yeah.
Biggest thing is going to be redness developing around the skin, all right? The hole will be there, and then if you start developing redness around, you got to call me, okay?
Yeah.
The other thing is that if you start having fevers or chills, let me know also, okay?
Okay.
Hopefully you won't have any of that stuff.
No,
Should be.
So you want me to FaceTime when I'm actually going to take the stitches out?
So we can just make sure it's okay.
Okay.
It's good and ready.
That's cool.
So I need several cameras. We can FaceTime the FaceTime.
Oh, there you go. Good like that.
YouTube. There is more to come, folks.
That's awesome. No, but I just so we make sure it's right.
No, absolutely.
It stinks that you got to go back, but you have to go back, obviously. So we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's going to be fine. I just have a feeling it'll be fine.
I think you're going to do perfect. Well, very nice meeting you.
Thank you very much.
No problem at all. I love the accent.
Thank you.
Yeah. The one thing I love about England is the Indian food there.
Oh gosh,
there's nothing anywhere around there. And my mom can try as much she wants, and she's never going to touch it.
Really?
London just has amazing food.
Oh, it is amazing food.
Fantastic. What part of England are you guys from?
I'm in Buckinghamshire. We're just
about
23 miles outside of London.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I have a buddy who works for Uber over there.
We're about halfway between London and Oxford.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, keep in contact, because if
yeah.
I come visit, I'm going to say hi to you guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Come
right.
and meet my peeps.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let me get you the more
Okay, cool. Definitely. Email address, phone number. Darling, I still love you.
Don't love me anymore.
Darling, I don't love you anymore. Bye,
Daniel's all leaving me. I'm gonna stop filming now.
No. But yeah, I made sure I thanked him for you, and he told you what he did, what he's going to do, and what's happening. So I think you guys should be happy with that. And I'll probably put this video up now before all the nonsense of me talking about extreme trolley rides into theatre, the OR, for those guys who don't call it the theatre. Yeah, that's all cool and everything. Winks doing this. It's coming back in. It's coming back in. No, what off my head? Cut my head off.
No, we're still filming. Should we keep filming?
Might as well. It's coming in a minute.
Okay, we'll keep filming.
I'm going to chop it off there.
It's all filming together.
All right, ma'am. There's
Excellent.
8 more pills.
8 more pills, and where do I go for that? I guess
The same
you all
place.
know that.
Yeah, where did you go for this
I
one?
don't know. I
The
kind
Walgreens.
of woke
Oh, she did.
up and I came home. Oh no, we actually went to a pharmacy to get them.
Yeah, we went to the
It's
pharmacy.
right next to the
I was a bit
Walgreens.
off my face there.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, you're right. So, and you know, if you do start developing constipation or not, and this is too good game to be too strong, ibuprofen is perfectly fine.
Okay.
Okay, just make sure you eat something so you don't
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
stomach
No,
ulcer.
I'm doing all eating and everything, and
Yeah,
then
well.
pill taking, eating, and then
There you
pill
go.
taking. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Thank
Very
you.
nice meeting you guys. Y'all
Thank
have a
you very
wonderful
much.
day, okay? All right.
Actually, can I just ask you a
Yes,
really
ma'am.
small favour?
Uh-huh.
There is a lady who, if it weren't for her, contacting Dr. Gilmore
Yeah.
and then going, for goodness sake, look at your messages.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here, none of this would happen, and she is out in the waiting room absolutely dying
Oh,
to
yes.
meet you. Would
Yeah.
that be alright?
Yeah.
Do you want to grab my bag and come in?
I'm coming. I'm just grabbing everything.
Yeah.
So this lady made it all happen, basically.
Oh,
She
that's awesome.
joined the dogs, and this is her
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem at
lovely
all.
husband
No
Lee,
problem at all.
and they drove all the way from Illinois,
From the
3
Quad
days,
Cities.
Oh, really?
to come
Yes.
and
That's
meet
amazing.
me and meet Dr. Gilmore and
Awesome.
and to meet you.
Ladies.
It's all right.
No,
Okay,
that's awesome.
I've
So
got his
it
email
looks
phone
good.
number.
I gave him my number and my email so that we could FaceTime when it's ready to take it out. And I showed him how to take it out. You grabbed the suture removal kit, right?
Did you get that?
If not, I'll make sure we get you one. And so I showed him how to cut it out also.
You got it?
Ideally with everything, it looks great. I just don't
No,
want much
I
out.
haven't.
No,
You need to get that.
I need to go and get that.
So we just
Yeah.
have to get that filled.
Okay.
I'll go and get that in a second.
And,
The rifampin, that's the one I had
It's
to
probably
get
still in the room, isn't it?
It's probably still in there.
Do you want to film when I
Oh,
go
really?
get it?
But
Hold the camera
they
while I go
can
and
get
get
it in
it.
24 hours, so
I just like that because it knocks out MRSA
It
100%.
looks-
Like when
yeah.
you do Bactrim and Rifampin together.
Well, and it looks great.
Yeah, it does.
So-
It's hanging in there. So with all of it said, I told her if they get redness or anything like that, call me because then I'll just tell them to
You're
open
in
it up
there
earlier, and then they'll just have to pack it like they did.
Yeah, I haven't
But I have
gotten
a feeling
dressed
it's
yet.
gonna be good.
You
Just
look
showered.
fabulous.
I have showered.
You look fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but I wanted to
That's
meet you
awesome,
and
though.
thank you so
Yeah, no
much
problem at all.
because I was the one that started the
Yeah,
ball
that's what I heard.
rolling.
I heard. You got hold of these guys. And,
Yeah.
they're all
Yeah.
talking to.
Did
Yeah.
Sue tell you about all the comments about you?
Yeah, she was telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
blinking
hot.
blood.
Yeah, I know.
Turned purple
I
in
know,
there.
I know, and it's like the heart's breaking all over the world tonight because you're
He said he
taken.
had a girlfriend. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ladies,
they're just like,
ladies,
I'm moving
I at
over
least
to
got
Tom now.
I got to give him a
Yeah,
hug.
there you go.
You got to give him
There
a
you go.
hug as well.
That's awesome.
I got to
Well,
give
you
him a
guys
hug
have a
too.
wonderful day and
Yeah.
Yeah.
safe travels and please
Thank-
contact
thank
me, okay?
you so
and
much.
at least,
Absolutely.
yes, shoot me an email just so if I come to London, I'll call you guys.
Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Cool.
Y'all take care.
Thank
Okay, we
you.
will. Sorry to make turn
Oh, I need to get you the
Yeah.
the
Suture kit. He's running. He's doing running. Running.
Running.
Coming back.
I was.
So
Awesome.
you have such a big fan club.
Yes, you do.
You deserve it. Cheers. Okay.
Oh my.
Has your temperature gone down?
I think I got goosebumps. That was awesome, ladies. Awesome. The lovelies.
Awesome.
Yes.
You saw it here first, and I'm just going to remind you, not enough back fat. Loving it.
Yes.
Okay, say goodbye, Dad.
All right. Bye. See you guys later.